Shaun, you're through to round number 2 after a deciding frame win over Dave Gilbert in round number 1. 2 century breaks, including a 133. Are we starting to see some real form from you again?
Well, I hope so, because, I seem to have slipped into that part of the career that no one really wants to, where, it starts to become hard and a bit of a mystery as to why you don't bring your practice form to tournaments anymore. It's been a real struggle the last few seasons. There's been very little to celebrate in Team Murphy, and those little victories. Lots of players these days say how little the game means to them. It's just a bit of a thing they do, and it means everything to me. It's nice to win through matches like that, because of late I've been losing those type of games.
And before that match, you told us about some back and neck issues that you had. I think you were seeing a physio before the match. How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, I must actually pay tribute to John Cox, because he's a friend of the tour. He's part of the WPBSA scheme. He happened to be here today, and following an afternoon practice session, I had a session with him. I think, but for that session, I might have had to withdraw tonight. I don't think I'd have made it through the match. I could barely turn my head to the left. I couldn't certainly put my left ear, and we bend down to play the shots, and I'm there trying to raise your head like we all. That movement was just too hard this afternoon. But John really sorted me out. So, John, if you're out there, thank you.
And this week, World Snooker Tour brought some developments, some new innovations to the venue, particularly for the fans. Something you've been calling for some time, actually, putting practice tables in fan-facing areas. You've done some demonstrations in the queue zone. There's windows through into the practice tables now. How does that feel for you?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It is nice, and it goes to prove for all the doubters out there, certainly amongst the players on the tour, that these meetings we have, the players' meetings, WPBSA players, everyone in there is trying to make the game better. And those of us that jump in and get our hands dirty, don't just criticise from the sidelines, actually take part in these meetings, try and make the game better. WST listen, and where possible, where commercially viable, of course, they've made some changes. And it's I've on socials, as you are, I've only seen positive reactions to these things. We're now becoming in line with other major sports, your tennises and golfs, where they interact with the fans. There are fan zones, places you can take part. It's great to see.
Now you've got Judd Trump in round number 2. You've won 3 out of your last 4 meetings with him. That must give you some confidence going into this match.
No one's more surprised with that stat than me. Yeah, listen, I just think, with Judd, I think you can prepare as well as you want. I think you can play as well as you want. But if he plays as well as he can, most people come second. That's just the way it is. So, I'll have to hope that I have one of my better days and hope he has an off day, and maybe I can get close.
Hi, I'm Ronnie O'Sullivan, and welcome to Eurosport Snooker on YouTube. Click here to subscribe to Eurosport Snooker.